Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Don Hutchison with me, as is Stevie, Nicol. Stevie, new photos behind you to start the new week. Let's see them, shall we? Just talk us through them. One looks... It's got to be you when you were young, yeah?
Aye. You see it there?
Yeah, we do. Now, just explain to people who don't know your family, you had two sets of twins in your family, is that right?
Yes. My two big brothers are twins. And this is my sister and myself when we were about 3, I think.
Wow.
Maybe 4. So yeah, my mum had a great time.
I bet she did. That's a lot of twins.
Machine.
Don, you've got twins as well.
Plenty of time.
How many twins do you have, Don?
One set of twins. If we're doing this, then we're doing this.
Oh, lovely. Really went all out for those pictures, Don.
There you go. If we're doing
Get
pictures,
right into it, Don.
Should we go for the big... No, just get little ones that you have to really squint to see. Right, away from twins. Would Werner have performed better under Klopp? Did he make a mistake signing for Chelsea, Stevie?
I don't think you can say that right now. He had a good start in the Premier League. He scored goals. He was on a good run. And he's hit what every striker does occasionally. He's on a barren run. And he actually looks as though he's run out of a little bit of juice. So I think there are reasons why he's not quite at his best, but he's shown already he can score goals in the Premier League. No, I don't think I think it's a little early for that sort of comment.
Stevie, from a coach's point of view, what do you do? Morecambe, of course, is coming up in the FA Cup. Do you play him so he can get a bag load of goals and get his confidence back? Or do you say to him, look, take a complete break, take a few days off, recharge your batteries and get ready for our next Premier League game?
Well, I think first and foremost, if it is a physical thing, then you don't play him. Because actually, if he's not physically ready, he's maybe not up for the fight, then it might make it worse. But if you think it's maybe a mental thing, then it's kind of what I said about Liverpool's front three in the show. You know, you have to find a little nugget. You have to find something that you can give your striker, whoever it may be, just to find something, find a little edge. So yeah, if it's a physical side of it, I wouldn't play him. But if physically he's in good nick, absolutely. Every forward benefits from putting the ball in the back of the net, regardless of the opposition.
What was a nugget that someone told you, Stevie? Moran or Dalglish during your time that stuck with you? Well,
I remember Hansen coming up to me before a game once and said, you know what? You stopped looking inside. And he was talking about with the ball. And I hadn't even noticed I'd done it. I was opening up and I was looking either to play Kenny, because Kenny always wanted it every single time you had it. So if you didn't look forward for him, he would tell you about it. But I got in the habit. And you don't realise you're doing it. I got in the habit of playing the same ball. And he just said to me before the game, he said, hey, by the way, you should try looking inside now and again. And all of a sudden, you make the game easier for yourself. Because now the guy who's closing me down, he doesn't know where I'm going. He used to know because I kept putting it down the line or trying to hit it forward. Now I've got an option. So just little things like that. You know, don't come out with a cracker the other day when he was talking about playing in centre midfield. Don't go running around, chasing all over the place. Sometimes you just stand still and it'll come to you. That's a classic example of a little nugget.
So it took Stevie, instantly he knew what Alan Hansen was saying. It took you 5 years to learn what Graham Souness was saying.
It took me 5 years until I was at West Ham, then I had a light bulb and I went, ding, oh yeah, Graham Souness told me to stand still. That's the ticket.
Did Werner make a mistake going to Chelsea, Don?
No, I don't think. I think he got to went to Liverpool, Dan. I don't think he'd be playing. He's certainly not going to get in ahead of Mane on the left-hand side. No chance of getting his place off him, and I don't think he's ready to be a Liverpool centre forward. So he'll be good. The big dilemma for Frank now is, and you asked Stevie the question, do you play him against Morecambe? If he gets a hatful of goals and his confidence is going to be back. The flip side to that is if you play him against Morecambe and he doesn't score, you can imagine what social media would be like, can't you? It might just be the butt of all jokes. So it might be now the time, I think, for Frank to just take him out of the firing line and just give him a few days off and, just give him a break.
Okay, Don's internet is on the brink. Let's see if it can hold out during extra time. Stevie, if Atletico Madrid win La Liga and Suarez will be top goal scorer, then where will Koeman hide his face? A big goal once again for Suarez at the weekend. He seems to have fitted in really well at Atleti, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunately for Koeman, you know, sometimes you have to make tough decisions. Decisions that might seem pretty obvious at the time, because I think the way Koeman wants to play involves a lot of running, and Suarez at this stage of his career isn't up to doing all that running, and so you make a decision. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and right now, because of the way that Atleti are playing, then Koeman's looking bad. But it's a toss of a coin sometimes, and unfortunately for him, everything is going wrong for Koeman.
Would Diego Costa be a legitimate help to Wolves or Arsenal, Don?
Oh, I can't see it. I think if you're Arteta, the last thing you need is to bring Diego Costa into your club. I can't imagine that would go down well. And I don't think Nuno would be looking at that type of signing neither. I think both teams have got sort of settled squads. I know Arsenal need to do a lot of work getting players out the door, but I can't imagine Diego Costa is on Arteta or Nuno's shopping list.
As a manager, would you rather build your team, Stevie, around Joshua Kimmich or Kevin De Bruyne?
Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. You don't find too many of them. Listen, Kimmich is great, but I would suggest it's a lot easier to find a guy like Kimmich than it is to go and get a De Bruyne. So 100% you build the team around De Bruyne.
Who would win in a match, fully fit Liverpool or Bayern, Don?
Oh, Bayern at their pomp and Liverpool at their pomp. I would edge towards, and this is no bias whatsoever, I would edge towards Liverpool.
Of course you do.
Well, they mullered them in the Champions League, didn't they, a couple of seasons back?
Yeah, it was a couple of seasons ago, though. They've improved since then.
Yeah, but you said, you know, on their pomp.
Right.
Liverpool.
Stevie?
Do you want me to answer that?
Of course.
Yeah, Liverpool.
There you go.
I tell you what, no, hold on. So, considering that both sides at the best, right, are just absolute dynamite from middle to front as an attacking force. So the tiebreaker's got to be the back line. So at the best, then there's no question Liverpool's back line at the best is better than Bayern's. So there's the tiebreaker, Dan. That's why I'm saying Liverpool. What are you
looking at there, Stevie? You're looking at a 0-0 or a 9-9?
Well, it's funny you say 9-9 considering it's a German team we're talking about.
9. Were contract talks much of a headache during your careers? Did you have agent?
That's 0-0, isn't it? Hold on. 9-9 is 0-0.
Is it?
Right?
I always thought 9 was 9 in German.
Yes. Yay! Well done. Yeah, I love a 0-0, but I also love in Germany a 9-9.
Oh, there you go. I never knew that. Wow, language lesson from Stevie. Now, Don, you went to millions of clubs. Were contract talks much of a headache during your careers? Did you have agents who dealt with them, or was it up to you?
I didn't like having contract talks. When you see players sort of negotiating contracts, or someone like Gini Van Alden, you know, stalling on a contract while he's got Barca, it would never sit well with me. I wouldn't play well. It would always be in the back of my mind. I'd want to get that sorted. I want to get that fixed. I want that security. I had it at Everton where my contract was running down. The performances were still decent, and I ended up going to Sunderland. But I wouldn't be the type of guy, I don't think, that would play in my prime if I was trying to negotiate contracts. So let your agent deal all that.
Stevie, I can't imagine this bothered you that much.
Absolutely, did I was the same as Don. See, the difference is was Ronald to likes of certainly when I played in the 80s. The money wasn't outrageous. The money was obviously better than what your average person was earning, but it wasn't. It's not like today where you just get one 4-year deal, and that's you set up for the rest of your life. So, you know, the stability was always in the back of your mind. So I was a bit like Don, when these things were coming around, I just wanted to get it done and dusted so I could just switch everything else off and play football.
What would hurt more, Don, being sincerely booed by your home fans during a poor performance, or being ironically cheered by away fans after an embarrassing error?
Definitely ironically cheered.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've been booed off many a time by the chicken run at West Ham, and you take it on the chins and you move on. If you got ironically cheered, oh man, that would hurt for days.
Stevie?
Oh no, I'd go for the first one.
Yeah.
Aye. No, I wouldn't. Listen, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less what the opposition fans think of me. I did care, however, about what the home fans thought, so I would go with the first one.
Final question, and it's to mark a momentous day, the first day, of course, of Steve Nicol's diet. No beers and no
torture.
carbs is the plan. And Don,
Torture.
it's up to you.
Honestly.
What percentage do you give Stevie of sticking to his diet till the spring?
0.
Yep.
Absolutely 0. I'll give him 48 hours.
I think that's generous. How are you feeling, Stevie?
No, it's going to last longer. Well, I've given myself the weekend. I can have a few beers at the weekend, so it's kind of be a Monday to Friday job.
Right. And you
That makes sense.
No, I'm feeling two things actually. I'm
Right.
feeling very confident, but very depressed about it.
Why don't you get people to sponsor you, Stevie, on social
Yeah,
media?
get people to pay for you to lose weight.
Oh, I never thought of that.
That's a good idea.
I've only thought of that
So,
before.
Stevie,
I never thought. Yeah,
Tuesday
good
and
idea,
Wednesday, normally I imagine your routine would be wake up late and then put on the soccer and watch the games in the afternoon with a couple of beers. What are you going to do tomorrow?
Yeah, do the show.
Yeah.
No, that would be, yeah, watch football, do the show, and then have a couple of beers, and then have some dinner, and go to bed. No more, I have no idea. I'm actually off Tuesday, Wednesday. I have got no idea what I'm going to do.
How's your mood going to be in the house,
I'm actually-
Stevie?
Oh, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Right,
just
Tom.
leave me in isolation.
That's it. That brings us to the end of the show. What do you think? Big bowl of potatoes, pasta, and a beer for us, Don, and we'll leave Stevie with.
Yeah.
Well, you can still have mince. That's good, Stevie. Still have a bit of ground beef.
I am having mince and veg.
Beautiful. There we go. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.